back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. Our halftime festivities behind us as we're just about set for the opening kick of the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions. Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out. And now they're in the hurry-up. After the sack on first down, Carr. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Hit the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Hunter Renfrow, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown. They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game. A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. A first down throw for Mills. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business. Yeah, 230, 240 range. Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarter. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquez Stevenson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carr will look to throw a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt. And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
On first down, Carr. Forced out to his left.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. Now Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Here's Carr to throw. And it's caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. Here's Carr. Buying time to his left. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Derek Carr taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But
and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr.
Quick slant here to Woods.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Play action. Now it's Carr. Touchdown! Kyle Juszczyk, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Niners take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
So roughing the passer, and they get the safety there.
And this is one, I think, where the safety's usually got to come a long way. So sometimes it's tough for him to slow down that momentum. That's going to draw the flag more times than not.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Pulls it in at the 13.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Carr now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Carr. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Carr again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Hunter Renfrow, a 16-yard touchdown. And the 49ers just continue to roll. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Hunter Renfrow who capped things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Pulls it in at the 13.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air conditioned.
Milk buns?
None.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion. And
I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he goes out right around the 39. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Oh, he bowls over him. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So, boy, that's already the third they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Derek Carr. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners have got it on cruise control. They'll try and throw for it. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Mills on first down. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Stephon Diggs. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to at least get one score back. Extra point right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Getting Woods marches back.
As we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun, because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
A very solid gain of 27. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. On first and 10, here's Carr. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfro. Touchdown 49ers. Hunter Renfro from 21 yards away. And the Niners are pouring it on. To throw his Carr.
And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead,
now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their
touchdown. Robert Woods from 19 yards away.
And the 49ers extend their lead yet again. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his seconds.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Hunter Renfrow.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Rondale Moore, the intended target.
And it's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And check down, complete to Hall.
And he goes out right around the 39. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown.
Stevenson. An 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers just continue to roll. Throwing now is Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Now a hit and a loose football. Now Hall to start the drive. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Man, that's a third fumble for him now in this ball game. And you know the old saying, CD, once is a fluke, twice a coincidence, three times becoming a pattern.
Three times is a problem in this case because we've seen field goal kickers have days like this, quarterbacks occasionally. But how rare is it for us to see a running back lose it three times trying to carry it?
Leaping, and he makes the grab. And all the way in. As a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. To throw, it's Carr. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Robert Woods with career touchdown number 75. And the Niners are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. And that flag accepted. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. 170 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Mills. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Looking to throw is Mills. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Ball again on 2nd down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there, and the ball has it knocked loose. And this is going to be 49er football.
Do you remember Remember in preseason we were going to...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And that will not be ruled a fumble. From the 27, Mills. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire...
Hall has it knocked loose, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That's a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dalton Schultz, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful.
Now a hit and a loose football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Carr now on 1st down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Hunter Renfrow, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Niners continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. That's caught. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. But now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Carr. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Carr now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats.
Touchdown 49ers. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 60.
And the 49ers have got it on cruise control.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense. And
this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Throwing, Mills.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
Mills now.
And now here is another interception. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Flush to his right. That's caught at the 1. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
So the completion good for just 3, and it's 2nd down.
Mills to throw it.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Now it's Peterson.
57-yard punt, 11 on the return.
And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
On 2nd and very short, Carr.
So, Charles, you look at this offense. What is
launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game. Things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Carr's throw pulled in by Woods. Touchdown! Robert Woods, 27 yards. And the Niners are pouring it on. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And Diggs has it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Again, it's Mills. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons.
Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year.
And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you know, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. sliding out of the pocket. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, the goal line on a 2-point conversion, as far as how you're defending.
Throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. First down, Mills.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Mills.
It's complete to Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a dump off here complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Running the slant, that's Robert Woods. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Running right, Jones. Room here to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
This is caught.
And the Niners are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now Carr. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Marquez Stevenson.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners extend their lead yet again.
Carr will look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, Did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take...
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Here's Carr to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. Here's Carr. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Looking to throw. Carr. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Mills now looks to throw on first down. There's that man again, Diggs. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. To throw, Mills. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A first down throw for Mills. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though. And it's a fumble. But the Falcons were able to recover. And while all of that was going on, we have an inch more. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mills. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
They'll run with Hall. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Here's Mills. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. And there he goes left side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, everything right now going wrong for this crew. A chance to put 3 on the board at least, but it winds up being blocked and returned the other way.
And any hope they had, likely gone at this point. You might want to think about clearing the bench a little bit, letting some other guys play.
And he will not make it into the end zone, but there is a flag down far side of the field, so let's see what that's all about.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 18 yards. First down, Niners. Carr going to look to throw. And he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being a...
Mills hit, and he loses the ball.
And this is going to be 49er football. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Open man. This is Lewis.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now a play fake. Carr. And that will be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. There don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. They'll get this out wide to Scott.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Carr going to throw here.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Niners, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold, I don't worry about 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental line. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the full.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental line. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of full.
Convoy. 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free. That's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm to connect, my boy, off the top.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the curve, out the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, the mental line. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the full.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been taken, the dash all wood. 10 payments, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Shot through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck, and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner at nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo baggins, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been taken, the dash all wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics, boss like P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like the flex. Bust down, bust down, bust down. AMG, no bust now. Amiri jeans, SB dunks with a Fiends T, no button down. Respectfully, last for me, you don't down. Round if you wanna, round if you wanna. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Bossy.
I'm gonna go without the ad-libs. In the booth and I like proof and I don't understand what got into me. Got a couple of truths that I bust out the roof if I'm ready to ride on my enemy. And you rappers just on my identity. And I really know why you ain't feeling me. With Tiffany and they restore my agility. And I'm never rehearsing, I'm making the verses like Swizzy and Timothy. Never provoke with the go cause I want all the smoke, you can call me a chimney. And I really want, but I settle for, I just ain't ready to whittles peak. Aim at your head when I kill a beat. Spaghetti and shells like Italy.
Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been taken, the dash all wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan, I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real.
some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi. Take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the weird jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top 5. Take off them fabricate streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5-day stay, take a $250,000, hella final. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic that if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the Chanel, take off the Doja, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have?
You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up for us? Get back in pocket. The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage, the market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all getting jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they coming.